All right, so now that I have talked and taught you about how to be an expert fluent reader, I figured it's time to put it into action. So I have a poem here called The Little Plant, and I am going to read this poem a couple times. And it's time for me to be the student and for you to be the teacher. So I will read the poem, and then you will think in your head, was that a fluent and expressive read of the poem? Or did you notice any trouble that I may have had? And if you did notice trouble, think about what was missing or what I needed to fix. Okay. And hopefully by the time I get to having practiced this poem a couple of times, I'll get it right. And you'll give me 2 thumbs up for my read. But let's give it a try and see how I do. Okay. So listen to my first read of The Little Plant and see what you think. Okay. The little plant. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrops bright. The little plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful outside world might be. All right, what'd you guys think? Yeah, I'm thinking that I probably didn't get a 2 thumbs up on that read. And think about why that might have been. And I'm thinking you came up with some of the things that I was thinking, which was that I had not really looked too carefully at that poem before, and I was struggling with some of the words, which really slowed me down. Like the word buried, I had trouble when I got to that word. The word bright slowed me down a little bit. The word heard. And because it was a first read for me, and sometimes this happens when it's the first read for you, I was really stumbling over some of those words and trying to use my strategies to figure them out. But because it was the first read, it really wasn't so fluent. Okay. Because remember, fluent means it's nice and smooth and not choppy. So this is the type of poem where I probably need to go through a couple times and tackle those tricky words and really get them solid before I'll be able to be fluent. Okay. So definitely not a 2 thumbs up read for fluency because my word attack, I really needed to work on some of those words before I could get it to be fluent. Okay, let's try it again. Listen to my second read of The Little Plant and see what you think. The little plant. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrops bright. The little plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful outside world might be. All right, guys, what did you think of that second read? I definitely got those words down a little bit better. I didn't struggle as much with the words. However, if you didn't give me 2 thumbs up, I'm thinking probably because of my pacing. My pacing means how fast or slow. Because it was only the second time reading it, I had, I would say, a little bit too much of a slow pace getting through that poem. I really wasn't quite confident with my reading, so it went a little slower than I would have liked to be fluent. So again, fluent reading means accurate pacing, meaning the pacing is not too fast, not too slow. So I guess I'm just going to have to keep practicing this poem until I can get it all right. So let's try it again and see what we think about the little plant this time. You ready? The little plant. In the heart of the seed buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrops bright. The little plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful outside world might be. What do you guys think? How'd I do? I don't think I did so great, only because I picked up the pace, but at this point, I picked up the pace a little bit too much, and I was like speed reading just to get done with that poem. And because I was speed reading, I wasn't really paying attention to the punctuation marks. There are a lot of commas, if you notice, in this poem. There are periods in this poem, and I wasn't pausing the way I should be pausing to really show the reader what the story or the poem is about. So I'm going to have to give this one more read. I hope you're sticking with me here. Let's try this one more time and see if I can get it right. The little plant. In the heart of a seed, buried deep, so deep, a dear little plant lay fast asleep. Wake, said the sunshine, and creep to the light. Wake, said the voice of the raindrops bright. The little plant heard, and it rose to see what the wonderful outside world might be. All right, what do you guys think? I hope you can give me 2 thumbs up that time. I tried really hard to pay attention to my punctuation, to really make sure I was accurate with reading all my words, to keep a good pace, and to have some expression in the words that I was saying. So hopefully you can see the more you practice something, I read that a lot of times, the better you're going to get and the more fluent you will be as a reader. So keep practicing and don't give up.